Hi, I'm Emal from iDoc. If your Samsung Galaxy S9 fell down and your screen is cracked, this video shows you how to replace it yourself. For this repair, we exchanged the whole display unit. The repair is a bit more difficult because the back cover is glued on pretty strong, so you should plan about 60 to 90 minutes. We recommend the following tools: several flat plastic picks, a thin flat opening tool, a Phillips screwdriver, a suction cup, a steel spatula, ESD tweezers, and a plastic spudger. The opening tool should be as wide and as thin as possible, such as the iPlastics or the iFlex. You will also need a heat gun or a hair dryer to soften the glue. At our store, iDoc.eu, you'll find the right spare part together with the matching tools as a repair kit, including our nifty iDoc magnetic pad. Our website also shows detailed photos and videos for each step. And now, enjoy this fix. Before you start, you should have all your tools ready. Also work on a clean surface to prevent dirt from entering and scratching the device. Switch off the device first to avoid short circuits. Press and hold the power button until the power off option appears. To loosen the back cover, use a heat gun or an ordinary hair dryer. Warm glue is easier to loosen, allowing you to remove the back cover. The easiest way to loosen the back cover is to use a flat and flexible tool such as the iPlastics or iFlex. You will also need several picks to unstick the back cover all around. Heat the spot where you start and place a suction cup on the bottom of the back cover. Press a flat tool between the back cover and the frame and then pull on the suction cup. The iPlastics is made of plastic, so it won't scratch the frame. On the other hand, it's very soft and tricky to insert. If necessary, apply the heat several times and try again. Be extra careful, the back cover can break very easily. Removing the back cover might take about half an hour. You better take a little more time and work carefully to make sure you don't break anything. Once the tool is inserted, stick a pick into the gap to keep it open. Then run the tool all around the entire edge to gradually loosen the glue. You can already take off the suction cup. Then heat the next part and insert the picks one by one. The back cover glue is extra strong on the lower edge. Once the back cover is loosened, lift it very slightly. The fingerprint sensor underneath the camera is still connected with a cable. Unplug the connector with a narrow spudger. Here at the edges you can see the glue. The back cover glue is extra wide just over the USB connector. Now take off the back cover and put it aside. Then remove all the equally long Phillips screws from the logic board cover and store them together. This phone has only 2 different screw lengths. If a screw doesn't come out easily, you can use a pair of tweezers to pick it up. The logic board cover with the NFC tag is latched in at the top. Pry it up a little and then take it out. Now the battery connector is free. To avoid short circuits during the repair, disconnect the battery. In the next step, remove the speaker. These screws are also equally long. Lift the speaker a little using tweezers and then remove it. Now disconnect the front camera connector using a spudger. Pry it up from the free side where there are no PCB components. Then take the camera out of its holder. Now remove the SIM tray. The best way is to use a SIM tool or a paper clip. Then pull out the SIM tray. Now disconnect the different plugs from the logic board. Twist the spudger gently. Don't use it like a crowbar or you may damage the logic board. There are small parts next to the connectors that break easily. Then disconnect the button plugs of the antenna cables. With the tweezers, grab the cable but not the plug itself. Disconnect the plug with a twist of the tweezers. Now remove the single screw on the logic board. Before removing the logic board, make sure that all connectors are bent aside and don't get stuck. The bottom side of the logic board is still connected to the USB board. Fold up the logic board and flick off the connector using a spudger. Then put the logic board aside. Use tweezers to loosen the glued-on sensor cable unit. The cable unit is latched in at the top. Lift it up a little and unglue the copper tape. Use a flat tool to unglue the earpiece if necessary. If your spare part comes with a new earpiece, you don't have to reuse the old earpiece. Then remove the vibration motor, which is also glued. Pry out the motor gently using a flat tool. Next, remove the audio jack. It's fastened with a screw. Loosen the screw and then unplug the connector. There's a recess in the upper corner where you can pry out the audio port. Then remove the other screws of the USB board. They're all the same length. The cable of the USB board is glued to the frame. Use a spatula to unglue it. Then pick up the USB board and gradually release it using the spatula. Now take out the whole USB board. As a last step, remove the battery. The battery glue is very strong, so you should use hot air again. Never heat the battery directly. Apply the hot air from the display side. We recommend running a flat tool such as the iFlex all around the battery. Be careful not to damage the battery and neighboring parts. Take your time and heat the glue several times. Now take out the battery. As you can see, the battery only has glue around the outer edges and not at the center. You can get the matching spare part and tools at iDoc.eu. Now take the new display and compare it to the old one. If necessary, you have to reuse some gaskets or holders. Remove the backing films from the sticker surfaces so you can attach the front camera or the sensors, for example. Now insert the battery into the display unit and press on the glue. Then take the USB board, place it in the case and press it in. Make sure that all parts are correctly seated. Stick the flex cable back into the frame. Now put the antennas in their holder. Start with the blue antenna. Fasten the USB board screws now. Reinsert the audio jack and press it in. Attach the connector and fasten the screw. Then insert the vibration motor and press it in. Next, put the earpiece back in. Now insert the sensors into their holder and press them down. Make sure they are sitting properly. Take the logic board and plug in the connector at the bottom. Now slowly fold the logic board into the device. Make sure you don't squeeze in any cables. Bend all antennas and connectors to the side. Press in the logic board to make it click into place. Then attach the single screw to the logic board. Now attach all the plugs. You can position the antenna plugs with tweezers and then click them on. Also attach the connectors for the display and the volume buttons. All connectors engage with a click. If not, remove the connector and try again. Next, insert the SIM tray. If it gets stuck, the logic board may not be sitting right. Insert the front camera and attach its connector. Then place the speaker back over the USB board, press it in, and fasten it with the screws. Make sure it's latched in at the bottom. Now connect the battery again. Then attach the logic board cover with the NFC tag. Latch it in and press it in all around. Then fasten all the screws again. Before reattaching the back cover, check the glue. It should be sitting evenly on the back cover. You can remove any excess glue. Before attaching the back cover, plug in the fingerprint sensor connector. Use a plastic tool to reach the connector. Then test your display. Turn on the device and open the dial pad. Enter *#0* to open the test menu. The test menu lets you check the display for pixel errors and test the touch screen. Also check all other functions such as the camera, speaker, or status LED. If everything works, you can attach the back cover permanently. Heat the back cover again to bond the glue. You can press on the back cover with your fingers while the glue cools down. Please do note that your smartphone's water ingress protection is no longer the same after you open it. Your device is fixed now, and I hope you really enjoyed it. You can find tools and spare parts at our website idoc.eu. Feel free to leave any questions and suggestions in the YouTube comment box. We're always happy to help you out. If you found this guide helpful, subscribe and give us a thumbs up. And if any of your friends broke their phone, go tell them about iDoc. We offer detailed repair guides for all common models. And now, enjoy your fixed device and see you next time.